Hey everyone, an extended review on a Samsung Galaxy Note here. The huge tablet tablet hybrid, whatever you want to call it, from Samsung. I've been using this phone for a couple of weeks now, and I thought I'd share my findings and opinions with you here. I'm not going to go into much detail about the software though. For some reason I'm assuming that if you're actually considering a phone like this, that you know your way around Android, so I'll be focusing more on the hardware. I didn't do too much with this phone. This is just Launcher Pro, as you might be able to see, and for review purposes I'll snap back to TouchWiz, which is the default launcher, of course, on Samsung phones. This device is rooted though, which was a remarkably simple thing to do. I'll make sure to put a link to the smart people at XDA who managed to create a rooting tool, which basically means that you run a little DOS script and your phone is rooted. You might say that this phone is the bigger brother of the Samsung Galaxy S2. Definitely bigger brother, because this device it's huge. To be honest, you have no idea how huge it is until you've actually held it in your hand. It's remarkable. I would definitely advise anyone before buying it, really go to your local retailer to just get a feel of what it looks like and how it feels in your hand, if it fits in your pockets, things like that, because this device is not for everyone, I think. Although this week, and we're talking beginning of January, end of December 2011, the news came out that in the first month, I think it was, Samsung already sold 1 million Galaxy Notes. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this device gets more popular than I anticipated, but we'll have to see. I definitely think it is an interesting device though, so I'll run you through it. So one of the first things I noticed when I got this phone out of the box was, apart from that it's so big, of course, is that it's very light. It's much lighter than the previous phone I used a lot, which is the HTC HD2 with an Android ROM on it right here. Yeah, it's light, and my first impression was that it felt almost a bit cheapish, you know. I don't know, you could say that's the heaviness of a device feels like. It's reliable.
If it doesn't work, you can always hit me with it.
I don't know, maybe it's just nitpicking, but because the device is so light, it's also quite convenient in a lot of cases. So it's big. My experience is that it does fit in your pockets, in jeans or whatever, in jackets. So that's not really a problem, especially since it's quite slim. It's actually about the same thickness as an iPhone 4. It's quite slim, so it's really, you know, it's pretty convenient to carry it in your pockets, especially for a device this big. Now, if we continue around the phone, we have here on the back an 8 megapixel camera with a LED flash.
This is the capital of Holland, the Venice of the North, the Amsterdam most people know.
3.5mm audio jack. There's a power button here on the right side and a volume rocker here on the left side. Now, I'm used to having the power button either here or on the top or whatever. My experience is that when you hold the phone and you want to change the volume, you press on these sides. You tend to, because you hold it like this, you tend to push this thumb a bit to squeeze the volume button. So you might end up pressing both the power button and the volume button at the same time accidentally. This happened quite a lot to me, actually, so I don't know if the placement of this button here is perfect, but then again, maybe it's just a matter of getting used to. One thing that you will immediately notice is, of course, the huge screen, which which is incredibly convenient for a lot of situations, a lot of applications. Of course, it's convenient for watching videos, looking at high-resolution photos and things like that, but also things like your calendar that you hold in landscape, and you just have all this real estate to work with. Same thing goes for your email client, where you can actually divide your screen into columns. On the left side you have an overview of your inbox, and on the right side you have a preview of the emails. So things like that really show off the high resolution of the screen, and it really pays off. The colors were very bright, and of course this has everything to do with the Super AMOLED screen. To me it almost looked a bit over-saturated, if you will. The colors looked so bright and almost as if they wanted to warn you not to eat them, if you get what I mean. So luckily there is, however, a setting in the menu where you can change in the display setting, where you can screen mode, that's where it is. You can change to different modes. You have dynamic, where the colors are really, in my opinion at least, oversaturated. Standard and film, which tones it down just a little more and gives it a more natural feeling. I personally prefer this setting, but regardless, it's nice that there's at least the option to make that change to it, to make the colors look a little more natural. This is definitely something that you'll notice if you are into photography or video and you watch your own material back on the device. You will notice that the colors simply look different. You actually see this kind of thing happening on televisions a lot too, where the manufacturers basically want to show off the abilities of their screen, and they decide to give it an extra boost of the colors just to show it off on the showroom. So apart from the intense colors that luckily you can edit a little bit or change a little bit, the screen is remarkable. The viewing angles are just great, and you can definitely see what this LED is all or LED is all about, especially when you look at certain black regions. And just as an example here, I uploaded a picture to the phone that is completely black, and I'll scroll to that. This is what the black image looks like, which basically means it's absolutely completely black, the highest contrast you can think of. Whereas other phones where you are working with an LCD screen or whatever, you can still see that the black is grayish or it has the backlight shining through. Here black is truly black, and white is very white. So yeah, that's very impressive. Now on this gorgeous big Super AMOLED screen with the high resolution, it's obviously a treat to watch videos, films, whatever you want. And Samsung was so kind to leave a little demo video here on the device. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Just to give you an impression of what it looks like. Now, before I start this video, let me just say that the speakers or speaker in the back is of surprisingly good quality. There's a wide range of frequencies coming out there, and the volume is quite proper as well. So I was pleasantly surprised by that, actually. Just I don't know how well that comes over on video. Now this here is clearly demonstrating how the blackness of the screen is actually pure black, and this is something that you don't see in LCD screens. And there you have it. So yeah, it's a beautiful display for watching films, and especially if you put in a good micro SD card. 32 gigabytes is supported. which is in here at the moment, and that all works fine. Now, of course, one of the other things, and that's pretty much why it's called the Galaxy Note, is that it has a stylus. Yes, a stylus. We haven't seen those for quite a while. Actually, this slot, it goes here. This feels like a snug fit. It doesn't feel like something that you'll lose easily, but then again, you never know, of course. But it's quite convenient. It actually works everywhere, so it's not like the HTC Flyer, if I'm correct. It also has a stylus where the stylus is only usable in certain applications. Here you can actually use it throughout the phone. Now, one of the things I noticed when using the stylus, if I just go into an application, here you can just start sketching away. There you go. As you're drawing, especially if you want to do some more subtle things, you might notice that your fingers touch the screen, especially if you have it flat on the surface and you want to write something. Your fingers touch the screen. Same goes for the hardware buttons here in the bottom. When you're drawing and you lean your hand on the screen, you might be touching things over there, so that might be inconvenient. Then again, you'll just get used to just hoovering over it just a little bit more. Apart from that, there's also some special features with the stylus. There's a little button here on the pen that's when you press it, you can do some special things. Moving up gets you into the menu. Moving from left to right is basically the same as the back button. Tapping twice is... There you go, that's the note-taking application, S-Memo Lite, where you can make some quick drawings. And if you press the button and you hold down the screen, you probably already saw this in other reviews, it takes a screenshot, automatically goes into the note-taking application. You start drawing around whatever is necessary here. So the stylus is definitely an interesting way of input here, and Samsung comes with a few built-in applications. They also have their own little app store where you can download some applications specifically for using a stylus on your screen. And I can definitely think of a few examples where you might want to use a stylus. So, but that's you know, pretty personal, I suppose. If you're, for example, very visually oriented and you like explaining things in a visual way, if you want to take notes at a meeting, whatever. Now, a screen this size obviously is perfect for watching videos, films, or whatever, things like that, or playing games for that matter. Samsung has its own little app store where you can download some full playable games already. You can get things from Marketplace, of course. And there's also a little hack that allows you to play Tegra 2 games, or Tegra 2 only games, which this phone doesn't have, but it does have the power to play those games. So you might want to check out XDA. I'm sure I'll put a link down for you to see where and how that exactly works. But just to give you an example of what the gameplay looks like of, for example, this game that comes with the phone, or at least you can download it from Samsung's App Store, a little racing game. And these graphics look really nice. This is where the AMOLED screen really does it justice. I'll just do a quick race to give you an idea of how this works. You can steer around like this, and of course you can change the settings of your controls and everything. There we go. Oh, this is awesome. I'm just half a lap behind. Oh. Anyway, you get, oh, there they are. You get the idea. And these graphics are pretty impressive, and it's all running very smoothly. So, yeah, this is quite impressive. There's some other games that you can download from the Samsung App Store as well. Band of Brothers, or no, what is it called? One of those. There we go, first place. Good moment to stop. So yeah, you can play these games. Again, you can also play some Tegra 2 games with a little hack and a little help from the XDA forum. Now the battery life is alright, I suppose. I mean, it's a big screen, so needs a lot of power to light that. Of course, you can change the settings of the brightness, etc. But it will get you through the day. It's not spectacular, but it's good enough, I suppose. It might be different with the LTE version. Now this is the black version, obviously. There's also a white version available, nice, aptly iPhone white, available in Korea. There's no word on whether it will go around the globe or not. Probably not, so don't get your hopes up too high if that's your thing. So to sum up, the Samsung Galaxy Note is definitely a very interesting device, and the strongest advice I can probably give you about it is to make sure that you check it out in person before you buy it, because this phone really is big. You pretty much have to be okay with looking like a complete fool when you're making a phone call, because you're basically putting a tablet against your face. But if you can get past that, then you will be carrying around a beautiful 5.3-inch display, which really makes a difference. And once you get used to it, it's hard to imagine moving back to a smaller screen. Videos, games, your applications, and for example, also typing with 2 thumbs on the big screen just goes blazingly fast. And of course, a dual-core 1.4 gigahertz processor makes everything very snappy. Now, at the moment, Note ships with Android Gingerbread, but in the first quarter of 2012, Samsung will be releasing an official ice cream sandwich update, so that should make things go even smoother and help get the best out of this powerful hardware. If you have any questions left about the device, don't hesitate to put down a comment. And of course, if you felt the video was useful, please give it a thumbs up. For more details and all the specifications of the device and any links I mentioned earlier, make sure to check out the article on allcoolandnew.com. Thanks for watching.